Hey, it's Gwen Fox, and welcome to the channel. It's a brand new year, guys. Brand new year. We're going to have one fabulous year this year. So I'm going to start out with the biggest question that I get from all of my students. When is a painting done? Well, that's kind of hard to know, isn't it? It's when is a painting done? Well, I've got a painting behind me that I thought was done, and now I've decided that it isn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this painting that I thought was done, and it isn't, I don't think. But why don't I think it's done? Why did I think it was done before, and now I think it's not done? Now, one of the things that I do is that after I finish a painting, I look at it for quite a long time, because that's when I can see the problems. The reason that I think that this doesn't work is that I think it needs something up here. Probably some more scratches, some more arsenic writing, some more whatever you want to call it. It needs something here. Plus, I don't like the fact that this shape and this shape are too close to the same. So what I do in cases like this is that I decide, do I want to change this shape or do I want to change this shape? And I think I'm going to change this shape. So if I do that, I take a white chalk and maybe I make this a different shape. Maybe I make that different. Now I have to stand back and look at it to say, is this, of course I wouldn't make these scribbles, I would make this different, but is this something I like? Would I prefer it to go this way? The beauty of chalk is that I can erase it in any way that I want. This is mimicking this too much. So I don't want that. So maybe what I want is just to do like that. Maybe that would be better. So now, now we come into the business of matching paint. And actually, it's no big deal. The reason is that I have this color green, and I have mixed this color, and I have added some black, and I have added some white. And I won't get the exact color, but I will get one close enough that I can move it into it and still make it good. So now that's what I'm going to do. Or I could do something else. I could make this a little darker and leave this color as it is. So I might do a little bit of both, but let me tell you, the white chalk is handy because I can immediately see, like when I saw this up here, I didn't like it. And so this is one of the ways that I do it. So now I'm going to start painting. Okay, now I've mixed up a color. Whether or not it's going to be good enough or not, I don't know. But I'm going to, boy, I've matched that color pretty good. And I just scrub it in. It's not that, I don't make it that big a deal. Now I'm going to wipe this off and see that I have this line, a little bit of that line. Excuse me while I walk in front of you. So now I think what I will do is I'm going to take the darker color, the color that's more like this, And I'm going to make this darker so that it looks like it's a different shape. At least that's what I'm trying to do. So now this is the age-old question: is when is a painting done? And I think the key is that you have to look at it. You have to look at it for quite a while. You have to understand that this is very, you've got to dissect the painting. You've got to ask yourself, do you have shapes that are too close to each other? What do you want this painting to say? Do you want it to say, be thought-provoking? Do you want it to be, what is it? Or maybe you say, well, I don't know what, I just paint. And then I decide, you know what, that's fine, who cares? Just so you have a painting that you like. Now I want this to come up. I don't want it to end there. So now I'm going to have to do a little bit up here. Pretty close to the same color. I have to admit, I'm pretty good at getting things pretty close to the same color. I want to get rid of that line. I don't want that line there. I was talking about this line right here. So, all right, we've got a little bit of different shape there. So I like that. That's good. Now, what about up here? The other thing that I think needs to be done is that the black up here needs to be blacker. This needs to be black. And so I will go in negative painting and make this blacker so it stands out. See, it already brings that out. So that's good. And maybe I want it to go over here too. Now I'm playing. I'm saying, well, what if? What if I do this? What's going to happen? Notice I'm hitting the side, not the flat, not the point, the side of my brush. That is the key, in my opinion, of blending. I don't have a whole lot of my brush, so I'm not going to make mud. So that's better. That's already better. Now, looking at this, I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to take a little bit of the black that's on my brush, and I'm going to go over this. I don't have very much. I'm going to bring that out a little bit more because I want that to be a little bit. Now, I also don't want too much of a line there. I want that to kind of disappear. Put on, wipe off, put on, wipe off. That's what I do. The reason that I'm wiping off is because I don't want a distinct line. I don't want a distinct line here. I don't know if this is going to be too big of a brush for this, but I'm going to give this a try. I didn't have enough on there, but I don't dislike that. That may be enough. have to get back and stand and look at it. Now, if I don't like some of that, I can come in and I can change some of that. I can paint over that. I can paint over some of this. These I don't like ending at the same place. So I'm going to add a little bit of white up there. Got some green on my brush. Oh, well, that's okay. Now, I don't like all of that green. I'm not going to be opposed to some of it, but maybe have some white come into that. Hadn't thought about that till right now. And that might be good. That might not be good. I don't know. I have to, as I say, I've got to stand back, because standing back is the most important thing that you can do. I want to get this a little whiter. Then it can kind of fade into that. Still on the side of my brush, guys. Still on the side. But that's what I'm going to do right now, and then I'm going to live with it. Got some white on my brush. I'm going to just add it to it. Add it to this. It blends in with what's there, but it still gives it a little bit different look that you may or may not be able to see. But now I'm liking it better. So now, what are some of the other things that you can do to know a painting is done? Painting that's done is a gut feel. It's looking at it and saying, do I like it? And the two questions that I ask is, if I add something, if I add something to this, will it add to the painting? And the other question that I ask is, if I take away something, will it add to the painting? Those are the two key things that you want to always ask. Then you put it aside. Then you figure out, okay, maybe I like this, maybe I don't like this. But you decide. It's a gut feel, guys. It's trust your gut, your intuition. It's there for a reason. Trust it. If it says add more blue, then by George, add more blue. And if it says take away, then you take away. So I will look at this painting for quite a while, and we'll see if it's done or not. So you have yourself a fabulous, fabulous day. Paint with bold strokes, guys. Come on. You need to, don't just paint with your wrist or just your elbow. Paint with your shoulder. I will see you in the next video. I love you. Take care. Bye.